Jambo Mingi, Jambo Sana, welcome to a brand new episode of One Vibe TV. This is the 5th episode commemorating the Avol night here in Seattle, Washington. I'm glad to be joined by the chef for tonight's dinner, Tina Fahnbulleh. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
How are you feeling joining One Vibe and of course the people preparing the food for that?
Oh, nervous.
A little nervous?
Yeah. Like I'm here representing my country.
Let's talk about Liberian food. How long have you been cooking? And talk a little bit about your inspiration to cook Liberian food. And of course, sharing that with the people here in Seattle.
Yeah, I want to say on my own, I've probably been cooking since 11, but of course growing up helping around the house, helping my grandmother back in Ghana. You know, she's Liberian, but we live in Ghana. So, I don't know, maybe, what am I I don't know, I guess 20 years.
20 years
Yeah.
now? Okay. You told me about your journey from Liberia through Ghana because of the wall, and then ended up in Philly, Minnesota, and then came to Seattle.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit about that and your experience in kind of the journey, what that has been for you till this point?
Yeah, so I was born in Liberia, and then my family and I migrated to Ghana due to the Civil War in the 90s under the then President Charles Taylor. We lived in Ghana and then moved to the States through the refugee programs in 2001. And we lived in Philly and then moved to Minnesota in, I was 8, so very Americanized.
Right.
And then moved to moved to Minnesota in 2002 or so. No, 'cause I did 5 years. I moved around a lot. Moved to Minnesota in 2006 actually, and then finished high school, college there, and then moved here 3 years, almost 3 years now.
And then you end up in Minnesota and Seattle, and you find there's this.
So I lived in St. Paul in Minnesota, and there's not really a big African population there.
Right.
Well, it's mostly East Africans.
Okay.
And then there's a big Asian population, the dear Hmong from Laos, that part of Asia. So we would have to drive, even to go shopping for food, we would have to drive almost an hour.
Just to get some West African food.
Just to get West African food. And
Right.
imagine that in winter, like when it's 2 feet, 3 feet of snow.
Right.
So it was, it was hard to get African food, and then I moved here, and it's the same problem. So I, just kept saying, it should be like Chinese food, it should be like Indian food. Our food is so good. Why isn't it everywhere?
Right.
And just the idea just wouldn't go away, so I finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it. You can't keep, saying there's a problem and then, offer a solution. So yeah.
You had to take it upon yourself. I'm kind of curious, if all the conditions were right, like funding, you have the stuff, would you open up your own Liberian restaurant at some point? Is it something we probably should look forward to? Or?
Look forward to it, definitely, but I do know I'm working on educating myself as far as business goes.
Right. Okay.
It would be great to have a restaurant tomorrow, but then I would just run it into the ground because I don't know how to operate a business. So I learning that side of things first. The talent is there. I can always get other chefs, other talented people, but I what's important to me is learning how to operate the administrative side of things.
Okay. So let's talk about the food experience before we talk about the menu for tonight. What is the food experience like in Liberia? Do people come together and eat? Is it family? For example, my culture, the dad eats first before everyone else. So they have to put the food like a big, for the dad, and then the firstborn, the secondborn. There's like an order and like a structure. What's the food experience for Liberian food?
I can't speak for others' family, just my own.
Right.
And I know we everyone ate together.
Okay.
You know, it would be us young kids where the food would be dished out. That's what we say. Dished out, and you know, I ate with my sister. The adults ate together.
Okay. Like kids are separated from the
Yeah,
adults.
separated, but everyone, you know, us kids eating from the same bowl, and of course lots of fighting going on. And it's like, no, this is my meat.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about the guys. I don't remember. I don't know. They just did their own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about tonight. This is the fifth of all night here. Cafe of all. It's on a Renee and Holly. Let's talk about the menu and the food that we are going to eat tonight, and what inspired you to put together the menu for tonight.
Yes. So what you guys are having now is eggplant. Kind of. It's usually prepared differently, where it's not as pureed as it is. Usually it's typically had with rice, but I wanted to do something different with it. I prepared it the same way, with, you know, peppers, onions, and then all blended together. And what you're having is plantain chips, a little on the sweet side to have with it. Usually, actually I was talking about that. Usually you have it with like yams, you know, the right way, you have it with yams or boiled plantain or something like that.
Okay.
So that's the first dish. The second one is, Liberians, we eat lots of greens.
A lot of greens.
Collard greens, potato greens, palava greens. We eat lots of greens. So another thing you guys will be having tonight is sweet potato greens.
Sweet potato greens?
Yep, and
Okay.
it's literally the greens, the leaves from the sweet potato plant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that have like a traditional name in Liberia?
No, we're
Right.
not very
What can
creative.
How-
We literally name our foods after the plants. Like collard greens is literally collard greens.
Collard greens.
Yeah.
What does it have? What's the traditional name? What I would call it in Liberia if I didn't speak English?
Sweet. You
Sweet
would even
potatoes,
you would just say potato greens.
Yeah, potato greens.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not creative. We just get to the point.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this? It's like pepper soup. It's like, what's in this? It's pepper.
It's pepper soup.
It's
Just
pepper
call it
soup.
pepper
It's
soup.
like it's pepper soup. Just eat. Yeah.
Just put an accent behind it. This pepper soup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much for preparing the dinner, and looking forward to try. This is the first time in my life on planet Earth
Oh gosh, no
to try
pressure.
some Liberian food. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll teach you a little bit of Swahili for those back in Africa. You can say Asante Sana. Just say Asante Sana.
Asante sana.
Asante Sana, which means thank you in Swahili, so it's kind of thank you. But yeah, thank you so much for being here tonight. We appreciate you and the food, and looking forward for the dinner.
Thanks for having me.
All right, it's been fun. My name is Kenju Waweru. I've been doing this with one and only Tina Fahnbulleh, who's a chef based in Seattle, doing Liberian food on the 5th edition of the Vol Nights here at Cafe of Vol, Renee and Holly. Looking forward to the Liberian food, so be sure to subscribe to One Vibe TV on YouTube, and like us on our social medias, Instagram and Facebook at One Vibe TV, at One Vibe Africa, that is. My name is Kenju Waweru. Once again, thank you so much. See you on the other side of good food. Thank you.
Impossible to make something of yourself. It's not impossible charting out your